Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now while I'm waiting for a few more JDM watches to arrive for review, I figured I'd do the second installment of my Legend series. So today we have the Citizen Promaster 200m Solar Quartz Diver, and this is model number BN0150-61E. And like I said, we're going to go over the watch. I'm going to tell you why I think it's a legend. I think you're going to agree. I mean, this watch is just simply fantastic. So also make sure you check out my Amazon shopping channel for all of my favorite watches that I've reviewed on this channel, and be sure to visit my Teespring merch store, pick yourself up a t-shirt or a mug. Both of those links will be in the description field for you. So I reviewed this watch 5 years ago and actually made it my watch of the year for 2015. This is all the original box and manual and all that stuff. So let's open this thing up. And I'll go ahead and put up the specs on the left-hand side of the screen. So here you go, Citizen manual. Y'all have seen this stuff a million times. A little bit of advertising, yada, yada, yada. Now, this is back when Citizen put manuals in all of their watch boxes. Now they're not really doing that so much. They're basically asking you to go online to register to watch, to look at the watch manual, like download a PDF or something like that. So they're not really putting watch manuals in many of their watch cases or boxes anymore. So a little bit of a throwback, typical cylindrical Citizen watch box. There you go, there's the watch. And this is easily, guys, in my top 3 of all time favorite watches. And for a number of different reasons, and again, I think you're gonna agree because many of y'all love this watch. So let's go ahead and put up the specs on the left-hand side of the screen here. I'm just gonna give you like a brief overview. You're looking at a 44mm case. It's 12mm thick. It's 50mm lug to lug. It's on a 20mm stainless steel bracelet, one of the best bracelets out there. It's got a mineral crystal. It's water resistant to 200 meters, which is 660 feet. It's got the E168 movement with a 6-month power reserve. You do have a signed screw down crown over here at 4 o'clock. It's not windable. It is hackable. It does not have a day function, but it does have a date function over there at 4 o'clock. It's got Citizen's proprietary Lume. It's got one of the best 60-click unidirectional bezels on the market. And it has a Japan movement, and I'm guessing it's probably cased in Taiwan or China or something like that. So guys, I mean, I love this watch. There's actually another version of this, which I believe is the BN0150-56E. That is the JDM version of this watch, Japanese domestic market. You can find these very sparingly on the internet. The only place, and I was going to save this till the end of the review, but if you want one, the only place I would trust to get one is over at Saya, Japan, and I'll put that link in the description field. And they're currently $368 for the JDM version over at Saya's site. So if you want one of these, I'd snap it up pretty quick if you can afford it, if you want to do it, because they're not going to last forever. They've already been in production for 4+ years, so I don't think they're probably going to be in production very much longer. So let me tell you why I love this watch. It's a multitude of different reasons. The fit and finish. Citizen has definitely got Seiko backed into a corner right now. The fit and finish, and the main thing I'm going to talk about is the bezel alignment. The hands aligning up with the indexes. Look at that, boom. Let me give you a little closer view here. Look how that second hand lines up perfectly with every index when it hits it. Just incredible. Look at the bezel, perfect alignment. Nice 60 click, I mean, one of the best bezels on the market, easily. Very little, if no play whatsoever. And then when you line it up, it hits it perfectly. Look at that, man. I mean, it's just, man, I love this watch. I think it's the overall combination of fit and finish, attention to detail, simplicity. It doesn't have a lot of extra writing on the dial. You've got Eco Drive and Diver's 200m. That's all you need to know. You've got your date window. It's nicely outlined with that white frame right there. The Lume is really cool looking. It's that cobalt blue Lume. I mean, just everywhere you look, the watch is just made impeccably well. And for a $200 or $300 watch, that's hard to come by, Seiko. Man, they're having some problems. I mean, it's really hit and miss with Seiko's quality now, and it's just driving people crazy. I have to say, I might like some of Seiko's designs better, but I definitely like Citizen's quality control much, much, much better. I mean, they keep it up, and they're gonna, they're gonna put a real hurting on Seiko if they're not already. So let me show you another main reason. We got the dial, the fit and finish, the bezel alignment, the hand alignment. Let me show you this bracelet. Another reason why I love this watch. maybe my favorite bracelet in my whole collection, machined scissor clasp. Why can't Seiko do this on some of their watches, like the Turtles and some of the others? What is the big deal? I mean, it adds an upscale feeling to your watch, and it's just, I mean, it looks great. Again, it adds it, you know, it makes the watch look a little more expensive, feel a little more expensive on your wrist. I just love, this is, I have to say, maybe this is my favorite bracelet in my entire collection. Case back, I mean, just real simple, but precision etched. You get all the stuff you need on there, nothing else. I mean, guys, it's just, I love, love, love this watch. I've always loved this watch. Nice signed logo there on the crown. You got some minimal crown guards, but just enough. I mean, it's just a fantastic watch, man. I'm going to give you a wrist shot here and a Lume shot here in just a second. Speaking of wrist shots, little wrist check here. I've got my Sunburst Monster on. Probably my current favorite watch in my collection. Well, maybe the new Arnie. It's up there too, but man, I love the Sunburst watch. This is the SBDC 075, I believe. So anyway, let me, you know what, before I do that, let me show you a couple other things. And this is what I like that Citizen does. Now, if you look at this 0040, if you look at the bezels, they're very, I wouldn't say identical, but they're very similar. They have a design aesthetic across their diver line that they like to keep the same. In fact, let me turn this around here. There you go. The crown's over on the left-hand side. But look at the bezel. I mean, even this watch, which is the automatic, the fit and finish is crazy good, man. It's just crazy good. I don't know how Citizen does it for the price. I really don't. But I think they're kicking Seiko's ass now, man. And I love Seiko. Don't get me wrong. I've got a ton of Seiko watches. I love Seiko. I love Citizen, but I'm thinking I love Citizen a little bit more. And I want to show you this now. This is the one, this is the 0040 that I put on the bracelet. This is the JDM bracelet, or OEM bracelet, however you want to call it. It's a Japanese domestic market original equipment manufacturer bracelet. And I recently also put the same exact bracelet on my 300-meter monocoque diver. You're asking, what does monocoque mean? It means single shell or single case. See, it's not a screw down. If you were to try to service this watch, you'd have to go through the crystal in the dial. So I put the same exact bracelet on this thing. I was thinking about doing a separate video just for this. I said, yeah, let's include it in this Legend series video. But same exact bracelet. So that fits perfectly. I mean, it feels great. I just don't like when it says like those diver no limits on the Citizen straps. I just don't like those diver no limits or no limit diver or whatever it is. Those rubber straps that these normally come on. In fact, the same strap that this came on. I just prefer stainless steel bracelets. That's just me. You know, some people are different. Another fantastic watch. This was my first Legend series video. Another fantastic bezel. Hear how loud it is. Lines up perfectly. Look at that. I mean, Citizen's quality, man, is just incredible, man. Love it. Anyway, so there's that one. And I showed you the automatic diver. Now, of course, they've got a whole bunch of new ones of these that are currently out that came out last year, and they've got some new versions, but it's still using the old 8203 non-hacking movement, which drives me a little bit nuts, man. I do appreciate that Seiko put in, you know, the 4R36 in most of their newer watches, especially like the new Seiko 5s. But to not have hacking now is but these watches are so good looking and so tough that people really don't care. So anyway, so let's go ahead and take off the orange Sunburst here. Again, one of my absolute favorite watches. God, I love this thing. And let's try on the Promaster. There you go. I mean, it's just so comfortable, so good looking, so tough. I mean, I can see why people love this watch. I love this watch. I mean, you're only talking about, when this was new, I think it was, I don't know, $250, something like that. Now they're a little more expensive. Again, head on over to Saya's website. And again, I made this my watch of the year for 2015. I'll put up the thumbnail for that. So that's how much I love this watch, man. It's just, I mean, just the best, maybe the best bang for the buck diver out there. I love this thing. Let's go ahead and check out the Lume. Kill the studio light, kill the monitor, and let you look at that beautiful cobalt blue Lume. You can see it right now. Might as well shine up my other watches here too. Hey, let's shine everything up. Maybe do a little Lume test. Lume comparison. Of course, we know the Seiko's going to win, but anyway. So shine everything up. Look at that. There you go. All right. And there you go. You've got the green pip at 12 o'clock and then the cobalt blue on all the indexes and the minute and hour and second hand. Just beautiful. I love this color. I prefer this color over just the green of the other ones. But man, look at the Seiko. Good grief. You can't really mess with Seiko, man, when it comes to that Luma Bright. Let me zap them again, just for fun. Just because I'm a watch nerd and I love doing this. There you go. God, look how bright the Seiko is. Anyway, guys, so, you know, that's why I think this watch is a legend. And again, if you have the ability to go out there and get one, please do so. You're not going to regret it. This is easily, you know, again, maybe the best bang for buck dive watch out there. And I highly recommend that you go get one. I mean, they're so well built. They're so well put together. They're so well designed. A lot of times when I buy a new watch, I'll actually take a loop and look at the dial to make sure there's no like fray marks on the hour hands. Like when they cut the hour hands out of the little die cast, to make sure there's no little burrs or fray marks or anything all over the dial, no little hairs underneath there. So I'll make sure to do that. But, you know, I've never found a problem with any Citizen watch I've ever bought. I mean, they've always been perfect. So guys, if you want to get one, head on over to Saya Japan's website. Again, they're currently $368. I get one now if you can do it. Again, you know, because they're not going to last very long. And guys, that's really been about it for this one. I got some new JDM watches coming pretty soon. I'm really psyched about those. And that's really about it. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe and make sure you click that notification bell. All of us YouTubers really appreciate it when you do that. And that's it for this one, man. See you on the next review. Take care. Bye-bye.
Backlash written on me, card popping on a passport.